and but some of them were like you in class 10, preparing for board examinations, having big dreams. But most of them were in class 11, class 12, or their dropper years, preparing for competitive exams. Fine. Next, why do people do take drop years? Why do they get this much stress? You have already told it. Family expectations, lack of preparation, nervousness, anxiety, many things. Families, parents, and relatives often judge you just because of your board result or your classmate annual result. They feel if you get less, you're not intelligent, you're very dumb, there's no hope in you, you can't revive. Fine. This, why do they say this? This is love from them. They care about your success, but they don't know how to express it. And most of the time, love can come wrapped in anxiety, fear, and comparison. For the people who have comparing parents, do they compare you? Like, your friend has got above 95, why couldn't you? Or this person has won a gold medal in science, but why can't you? Or this person has participated in a national level reality show. You're sitting jobless at home. Yes? No? Yes or no? Scream more, I can't hear you. Fine. This can become it can become a barrier rather than a motivator. Because this is not a statement by me. It's a statement by a company called Tata. Do you guys know it? The Tata Institute of Social Sciences has reported that over 65% of students face exam stress because of family expectations more than the exams themselves. They're scared that the families will judge them or their friends will tease them. Now, I've been talking about families judging you. Now, let us go into the next topic, which is family expectations. India, being a country with a large history and a culture so rich, which cannot be put into words. India is a country where its citizens take decisions and their thoughts based on their family's best interest. This is very beautiful, unless becomes to what I call a cultural pressure cooker. Fine. Your families expect you to get more than this, so it's so that this. But why? Instead of just saying it directly, what do? Anyone guesses? Please. Instead of telling you guys to directly get this much, why do? They say other statements. Any guesses? Any person? Any people who can speak up? I'm going to pick someone at random now. Please speak up. Why do you think families, instead of saying it directly, why do they twist their words and say and scold the students instead of saying it directly? Please speak up. What's your opinion on this?
They feel like if they demotivate us, like if they tell us all the statements, we will have this feeling of competition with our classmates.
Anybody else would like to give a go? Fine. Please speak up. What's your opinion? Instead of telling the statements directly, why do families twist their words and scold the students?
They feel that we are not so mature to understand their language. Yeah, I mean to say that, like, if they tell in their complex word, we are not able to get those.
Fine. You have told that if they tell you some other words you might understand because we are not that much mature to understand what they're saying. They can just tell, get about 95%. They can just tell it, but they will tell, this person has got this much, why can't you? Or this person has won a gold medal, or we have sacrificed everything for your education, why can't you do this for us? They scold you indirectly so that you might feel demotivated and you might even hate them for it. Fine. Please be silent. These statements creates anxiety and peer pressure and pressure by the parents and the students often when they are tested they can feel worse.
Please maintain silence. He is concluding the speech. Like all this time you had patience, now you are losing. 5 minutes.
Fine. There is a university in US called Chicago University. It has picked 50 students. Out of that, it has segregated into two groups, Group A and Group B. Group A had 25 students whose families were constantly whose parents were constantly demotivating them or scolding them. And in Group B, there were parents who were supporting them. Instead of scolding them, even if they got less than 50 out of 100 on an exam, they didn't scold them. They used to motivate them. Next time you can do this. After that, they have told them study for the next 10 hours. After that, I'm going to give you an exam. Did you know what was the exam results? Statistically, in these students, Group B students scored statistically about 84% more than the people in Group A. Just because the students in Group A were pressurized, they couldn't perform to their full potential. Fine. From the last 20 to 25 minutes, they are being patiently sitting and listening to me blab about the problems. Am I right? You might be thinking, he's blabbering problems, but what are the solutions? Let us dive into the next segment where I can discuss some solutions. These are practical solutions backed by science so that it won't be difficult. Number one, practice mindfulness. After you wake up in the morning, just sit for 5 minutes, just close your eyes. Or just do deep breathing. It relaxes your mind and makes you feel energized. It boosts endorphins so that it improves your mood and focus. Next, physical activity. Go out for a 10-minute walk. All the students here know that sunlight gives vitamin D. All of you? Seriously? Fine, I believe you. What does this vitamin D do you? It starts your day. How? It starts your metabolic and physiological functions of the day so that you feel refreshed and you get energized to start the day. Fine. Next, this is the most important tip. Sleep hygiene. Can anyone tell me when do you sleep every day? 10, 11, 12. Please speak up. I request you guys to stand and speak. Please stop talking. 1:30. Wow. Fine. Please be quiet. After the answers I've heard from you guys, I can say at an average you sleep at about 10:30 to 11. Fine. What my tip is to get at least some 7 to 8 or 9 hours of quality sleep. Because with these deep sleep, your brain processes thoughts, memories, and the things you've learned so that it stays in your long-term memory. Fine. Now, I would like to conclude my talk. Now, I have two things to you guys. A final statement and a final challenge. Are you ready to take the challenge? Seriously? Why? I'm not saying you to build Burj Khalifa. I'm just saying you to take a challenge. Fine. Let us get into the last part of my talk, my friends. Seniors, please stop talking. Fine. I just want to say this. Marks are not your whole life. Even if all the people say you it's your whole life, even if your family tells you everything, there is more to life than just marks. If your class and life is just a chapter in a book called your life, in 5 years, people may not even remember what's your board percentage or what is your marks in this so-and-so exam. But they will remember how you have treated them, how you have treated yourself, and the memories and the time you have spent with them. So, I'll give you a challenge. Please try to do this. So, my challenge to you all is try one mental health habit every day for the next 30 days. I'm not saying you to build the next $1 trillion economy. I'm just saying you to follow a simple thing. Just take 10 minutes of your day. Try any one mental health habit. For example, just go for a walk in the morning, or just talk to someone for 10 minutes, or just journal. Journaling is basically like writing your thoughts. So I would like to say before I conclude my talk, strength is saying that I am weak, I need help. It's not about bottling your emotions. It's about focusing on your long-term goals and your health and your life. Because life is not just about exams. Now, I would like to thank all of you guys for sitting patiently, listening me blabbering for the past 25 minutes. And I would like to thank all my friends who are my co-speakers, and I would like to thank VK sir for mentoring. And I hope to tell you one thing, please enjoy the next 24 hours of your life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, what you saw here is an intro for Idea Talk event. Then thereafter, this will be carried forward for the next upcoming things also. But before we go to the next speaker, I'd like to show you some achievement of Idea and also of SVVN going outside the school. There's a small video for 3 minutes. Let us all see that. Now, I would like to call Joshi sir to elaborate this video here. Request Joshi sir.
we actually have to clap for the contestants who actually been part of this National Youth Parliament. And we all know that 2 students out of 10 have been selected to regional round. And that's actually by the end of this month, September 1st and 2nd, Shashank and Yuvraju from the class 10 standard are traveling to Hyderabad. Now they are actually going for the regional selections. They have successfully completed the chapter round. Now they are going for the regional round selection. Like as your friends and classmates, let us give them the all the best by the Thanks, Shiv. Hope you enjoyed the video. The video has actually glorified the public speaking here, nothing else. The students who actually came forward was able to achieve things and become the hero on the screens. How heroes are created when you come out of your comfort zone. Yes. We have put so much effort to bring this platform. This platform is for the students, like who has ideas to speak, who wants to communicate things, can do it. So this is the idea. Now we will actually call Shashank for the next session that he will be engaging on human resource development.
No energy. Namaste. So, as a part of Idea Club member, I am here to speak about human resource development. How human resource development is important for India is required for India in the future. Also, it cannot be developed in one day. We require many days of struggle for that. Can anyone get up and speak what are we going to discuss about human resource development today, or what you want me to discuss here?
When they ask, they give chance, why then ask you are not opening mouth? When they speak, you will speak. Developing our skills.
Okay, here I am going to speak in 2 segments. In the first segment, as she said, how to develop our skills. And also in the first segment, I am going to tell why to develop our skills. Also, in the second segment, we require a push. All of us went to SVVN. Yes or no? We learned many things. Yes or no? How many after following that? Please present. 5,000 rupees invested on each and every person. What is the use? Okay, how to push us for that? I am going to speak about that in the second segment. So, in the first segment, Bharat, our India, Hindustan should become Vishwaguru. Could any one of you get up and tell what do you mean by Vishwaguru in your perspective?
According to me, Vishwaguru means Guru of the whole world. Means India should be the conqueror and ruler of the whole world. According to me.
One more.
Be the teacher of the rest of the world.
Okay. They said Vishwaguru in their own perspective, the meaning of Vishwaguru. So, actually Vishwaguru means India should lead each and every field. Economics, sports, social development, health, education, etc. There should be no field in which India is not in the second rank. In every field, India should be in the first rank. Yes or no? Yes. Everyone supports this? Yes. Okay. In the second segment, we are going to discuss how can we push us for that. For example, third person taught us about inhibition. Can you add your own thoughts how to come out of inhibition? Add your own creative ideas. Please present.
Challenge ourselves to do whatever we have not done.
Okay, challenge ourselves to whatever we have not done before. So, for that, what is necessary? That is a suspense. That is going to be discussed in the second segment. So, in the first segment, we know that we should input the many skills which we require. For that, for whose sake we are doing that? For our country's sake. For that, we require one most important thing. It is very simple, basic, but it is the most important. Could anyone tell what is that? Backside. Okay, patriotism. Could anyone tell why patriotism is important for our future country's development? Here at the back, not at the front. If no one is raising hand, quickly I will point out who should speak. Shall I point out? You can.
Patriotism is something which is required in every person in the nation. It's only possible by this patriotism so that a person will contribute to his own nation instead of focusing on his own development or by this he can be selfless and contribute to the nation and move forward so that he also ensures that he is a part of the nation.
Okay, patriotism is important. When do we celebrate that? Independence Day, Republic Day, Gandhi Jayanti, Subhash Chandra Bose Jayanti, etc. We celebrate on many days of 365 days, but not on each and every 365 days. Yes or no? On other days we don't even bother. Only on Independence Day and Republic Day we participate in skits, dance, songs, etc. and participate and celebrate those things. So we should bring in everyday life. It's a creative idea. How to bring in everyday life? That is the most important thing which we are going to discuss. Why to bring in everyday life? For example, we are going to, after speaking, I am going to ask a question here. I'll find out who should answer the question. Okay. Why should we bring patriotism in everyday life? I told we should input many skills. So, before inputting these skills, we should have some patriotism. Then only we have some interest to work for the nation. Yes or no? We can take example of Narendra Modi ji. Most of us are fan of him. He has an interest, he had an interest to work for his nation. That is why he is the Prime Minister of India today. And also, he is contributing to India in a large scale. And also, many are motivated by him. So, how to bring patriotism in everyday life? Could anyone answer? How to bring patriotism in everyday life? For example, a common day, no festival, nothing. What we do, we just get up in the morning, do our work and sleep at the night. But we don't feel the patriotism only on Independence Day, Republic Day. So how can we do that? Here are some solutions. Before that, can you add your own solutions? No one? Here. Aryan.
Read the ideas of that freedom fighters and initiative.
Okay. He spoke very well. You are huge round of applause. Okay. Here is the first solution. Read untold stories of Sambhaji, Shivaji, Bhagat Singh, Udham Singh. We know Bhagat Singh, Chandrasekhar Azad, Sukhdev, Rajguru because most of them came in our history textbooks. Yes or no? Does anyone know who is Udham Singh other than the people who went to Indian Parliament? Because they know him. Who is Udham Singh? He was a freedom fighter. All of you know Jallianwala massacre. He is related to that. In 1919, when General Dyer attacked Jallianwala massacre, he was a small boy who was present in the Jallianwala Bagh. But fortunately, he was not attacked. After many years, in 1940, Jallianwala Bagh massacre took place in 1919. In 1940, he will go to England. In London, he will attack a person known as Dyer. Who was Dyer? He was a British officer, high post British officer in British India. What he did was that he ordered General Dyer to go and attack the people in the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. In 1940, Udham Singh will go to London, kill the General Dyer, not General Dyer, a British officer. His name is Dyer. We will kill Dyer, but unfortunately, we lost Udham Singh in London. He was put to death in London. We lost him. But he is one of the most important freedom fighters in the British India, struggle against the British. So we should learn the stories of untold freedom fighters. Now, I am going to ask a question here. Could anyone tell when did Udham Singh went to London? You.
1940.
You are huge round of applause. I am doing this because you should be alert to listen here. You should not be sleeping. What most of us do in classes, right? Also, you should watch their movies. You know movies like KGF, Pushpa. But there is movies like Bhagat Singh, Narendra Modi, etc. Somebody right now. There is many movies. There are many movies. We don't watch them. Yes or no? We watch many movies who are in which the heroes are our of whom we are the fans. Like Yash, Parina Kumar. Okay. We don't watch those movies. So what you do is that don't watch the movies in your exam time. Please listen here. Watch the summer holidays. So you should watch the movies. And also, how many of you use Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp status? Please listen. Please don't make noise. Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp status. Can you tell for what are you using Instagram?
See, it's not like I use only for posting stuff and all. There are many motivational things which are there.
She said there are many motivational things. Here, anyone is using? No one. Okay, how many of you play games here? Mobile games. Okay, please listen here.
Speak yourself.
Our friend here spoke about social media. If you are not listening, I want to ask a question on what he asked. What he spoke? Social media. We can use social media to bring patriotism everyday life. As she said that there are many motivational videos. So using Instagram, Facebook, we can motivate the people about patriotism. How can we do that? For example, I knew about Udham Singh. Many of you are not knowing about that. But what you people know about your country? For example, in the sports field, I don't know more about that in the sports field. But I know about the history more and also the civics, present politics more. So what you should do is that whatever you know, you should post that in your Instagram posts, Facebook pages, so that other people in the country can know about it. What I know, I will put in the Instagram post, Facebook's, WhatsApp status. Balaji, can you tell now what are you going to post in your social media? Okay. For example, I said about Udham Singh. Please do not laugh at him because when you get back, others will laugh at him.
See, if you don't maintain the silence, the event flow will be like damnation of beauty. If he is, yeah.
Why then you are not enough speaking?
If this is the case, then we can take select few students for the session, right? Why are we including all of you? This is your platform, children. Like you have to engage. And when somebody is talking, like ask.
You must also feel that one day I also must be there.
That's what.
So let them speak then. Go and speak then. At least. They are sitting here only to entertain themselves.
Like so few more time, like if you give us
Not to
you
learn.
get an idea why are we here. That's it.
They must be confined only to the classroom. Sit properly, you don't have waste.
Hence, we can post some photos, collages, videos in the social media so that we can do mass mobilization of patriotism. So patriotism is important. Could anyone speak for at least 30 seconds about patriotism?
You don't have waste.
Please,
Speak up.
could you
Speak about patriotism.
Patriotism is something which we could see in our freedom fighters like Bhagat Singh, Subhash Chandra Bose, and many others. And at present, we don't find much people speaking about patriotism because we just remember them just on Independence Day, Republic Day, and anymore. And our idea is to spread patriotism every day by sharing it in Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, and all, so that each and every person across the world could feel the presence of patriotism and could also feel what patriotism means to contribute to their country.
Okay, we'll move on to the second topic, that is unity. I am going to explain here why unity is necessary for border security of India. Could anyone guess why unity is important for the border security of India?
Those who are sitting and talking, you give the mic. Let
Please.
others talk it.
Want to speak?
because if unity is not there, other countries will fight against us and they will win our country.
Okay, you're absolutely right. What I wanted to speak. So, could you speak?
The question was why is unity necessary in the borders, right?
No.
In the
Why unity is essential for the border security of India?
so near the border you can see Jammu and Kashmir. There we have more Muslim population. If Muslims think that Pakistan are also Muslims and join hands, most of the Pakistanis and terrorists will enter. And we need a unity in those places because we have so many massacres there, like Kashmir files and etc.
Okay, your answers. Your huge round of applause to them. Okay. Their answers have completed the topic. Why unity is important? You can take example of Pahalgam attack. When the Pakistanis wanted to attack India, they had the support of the Muslims here. So they attacked Indians, especially Hindus. So when unity is important, they could have not have when unity is there in the borders, especially in the entire nation. No one can attack us. So here is a video which is going to motivate all of us about the unity of religious unity of India. So from this video, we come to a conclusion that country is most important than religion. Country is most important than? Okay, let's move on to the next topic. That is the future field which will rule the world, which will govern the world, which will dominate the world. That is AI. That is information technology or computer science. Now Loki, can you tell why artificial intelligence or computer science is important? Why artificial intelligence or computer science is important? Speak. You don't use. Okay, can.
To develop our nation.
Okay, it's absolutely right. You are used out of applause. It is required for two reasons. For the people who want job in IT, for the people who don't want job in IT. For the people who want job in IT. Why it is essential? What people do, they complete their schooling, when go to college, learn some programming languages, learn some skills, and they struggle to pass 2-3 interviews. Finally, after passing 2-3 interviews, they get a job of just 25,000 salary, 30,000 salary, which is not enough to lead their life. So what we should do, the skills which we should put in is, you have your computer textbooks. What most of us do, go to home, tomorrow exam is there. Most of us don't touch the book till today. If tomorrow exam is there, what would you go to home? Buy and fill in the times, MCQs, 2 or 4, then what? Question answers? No. Lab activity? Okay, buy that. Most of us don't learn the programming languages. Learn those things. They are the most important. One day, when professor came to our class, sir said that a boy who is in 7th class learned Python language and is earning 32,000 salary. 32,000 at the class 7, around the age of 12, 13. So it is most important. So when you put in the skills at the present, by the time you grow up, it will be developed. You will be a good human resource. The company employs you. Also, why is it important for the people who don't want to job in IT? Could anyone speak on that? Why IT is important for the people who don't require job in IT? AI. Okay, AI is important, but I would like to tell that Most of you know about cyber security. If you are not having complete knowledge about the crimes going on in India in the cyber field, your phone can be hacked. Most of the educated itself are falling victims in the cyber security. Yes or no? So we should read the reports and the crimes, how is the scenario in the cyber field. Also, let's move on to the next topic. That is the individual health. Health is important. For example, I will give you a task now. Just a two-word answer. If the number of hospitals is increasing, the number of medical facilities are increasing, could anyone tell what is the other factor that is increasing? Other than the people who are there in this health issue. Patients. Okay, patients are the correct answer. So, the number of patients are increasing. We don't want that to happen. If patients are increasing, it means that the quality of workforce in India is coming down. So if the workforce comes down, quality of workforce comes down, absolutely India's progress speed will come down. For that, what should we do? Not the doctors or engineers, not the doctors or nurses. What we should do to improve our health? You should do yogasanas. How to do yogasanas? Don't just practice yogasana just because sir teaches you or we have learned it in SVVN. When you learn yogasana, learn those benefits. You will get in Google, many books are also there. Also, when you learn the benefits, you will be knowing which problem of your life can be solved by which yogasana. For example, if you have a breathing disorder or a problem, you can solve that problems by pranayama. Now, can you tell some problems of can you tell some pranayamas which can solve our breathing problems? It was a good try because he was reluctant to stand and speak, but he got up. Give a huge round of applause for that. This is just to motivate you people. Also, you should improve your food style, be it lays, bingo, etc. But that is not for our good health or our bad health. So we should eat good fruits and vegetables, nutritious food, balanced diet. Also, we should improve our lifestyle. How to improve our lifestyle? We should do regular exercise and also use the tips which were given by our Vinay. Also, we should have a good food style. Also, let's move on to the next topic. Okay, before telling how can students come forward for this, I would like to tell that the responsibility of the government, the education board like CBSE board, state board, ICSE board, what should they do for us? Which we cannot do. They should improve the curriculum. We have English, Kannada, Maths, Science, Social. How many of you believe that this is going to be helpful in future? Raise hand. English, Kannada, Maths, Science, Social. How many of you, including Hindi, how many of you believe that it is going to be helpful in future? Please raise hand. Okay. Okay. Now, how many of you believe that they are not going to be useful? Okay. All of you are 50-50, right? So, what we should do? Psychology is important because Vinay spoke about mental health, right? So, if we want to know our mental health, improve our mental health, we should know some things of psychology. And then we can come to the better mind. Also, we should have things like computer science as the main subject. Yes or no? We read those things only twice a week. When those things are there in regularly, then we can improve our knowledge about computer science. For example, how many of you are there in IT? Raise hand. IT. Okay, they have a book called Employment Skills. In that employment skills, they teach you the things which you require for getting job. They have two books. Neither book will teach you what is computer language. They will teach you what are the things required for getting a job in the future IT company. Also, I have a few tips here. Maths and science should be included in the curriculum because Maths improves your thinking skills. For example, this year you have many exams which are like surprising to you. They make you to think, yes or no? They make you to think. Science improves your logical skills, yes or no? They are important. Don't take them as a burden. They are important. Also, we should not conduct exams like marks oriented. Marks they should have, but we should not have exams like computer science and this psychology should have practical exams, so that we can move from marks oriented education towards life oriented and job oriented education. Also, history should not just include classroom teaching. They should take us to tourist kind of historic places. Absolutely right, Ari. Also, these are the responsibilities of the government and education boards. And also, here is a slide which tells you how can you come forward for that, which I told in the beginning. The first thing is make up your mind. How to make up your mind? Motivate yourself. In Kannada, there is a proverb. Okay, you are absolutely right. Manasikkare Marga. What does this tell? If you make your mind and if you have a goal, you know where you should go. For example, I want to become an IAS officer. I know where should I go. I should make my mind, then I know the path. Where should I go? And the second thing, you should have two goals in your life, not one. Don't think that is like plan and be. If I fail to become a doctor, I will become a nurse. Don't think like that. Not like that. One goal for you, one goal for your country. One goal for you. It can be like, now, can you tell what is your goal? What do you think is your goal for your country? Playing for your country. Representing our country. For that, you require, it's not for representing, I'm speaking about other thing. You should have two goals. First goal is for yourself, that is doctor, engineer, whatever you want to keep it. Second goal, as I said, Vishwaguru, Ek Bharat, repeat, Ek Bharat after what? Shresth Bharat, Ek Bharat, Viksit, Viksit, Ek Bharat, and Vishwaguru. These are the goals which all of us should have for our country. How can we do that? Now, Hemant said, for playing for the sake of the country. Yes or no? So, all of you should strive for reaching the goals of your country. Yes or no? Also, you should take initiative to do new things. For example, now this is an idea talks. It's a new initiative. In your goal, in your life, for example, if you get a chance, for example, let's take example of this idea talks. If you want to speak, take a new initiative to come forward here and speak. When you take new initiative, you will get some confidence in yourself. When you get some confidence, you will try to do more and more things. For example, when I went to Young Indian Parliament, I took an initiative to do something which is not meant to be done there. Then I got some confidence. So I am able to speak here more fluently. For example, if I did not take initiative, I could not speak like this. I would be stammering here. So you should take initiative. So I told you should have goals, you should take initiative. When you are going on the path, you should take some advice. You will require some advice, you will have some notes. For that, you should take the advice of your parents, teachers. Also, if you want any tips, you can go to YouTube channels. I will suggest a YouTube channel in Kannada. It is called Sadhana Academy. They will teach many things. For example, the 21/90 rule, which was taught to us in SVVN, was taught in the same thing. It is the 21/90 rule is an idea derived from the Ikigai, which was taught to us in the college building. Yes or no? Also, the last thing, if India should develop, who should support? You should support. Okay. What is the population of India? 140 crore. Narendra Modi is just one man. Narendra Modi is just one man. When he is putting his best effort to work for his country, we are seeing a large scale development. We are reaching our goal fast. The GDP. India is the fastest growing GDP at present. So, imagine 140 crore give their best. 140 crore give their best. India will go to a level which can't be reached by any country in the world. Yes or no? For example, recently, Saturday I asked many of my friends in the class, what are their goals? They have said business, but they don't know what business to do. They don't have a clear goal. You should have a clear goal for your country, also for yourself. Then only you can reach the goal. Now, any one person or two person should come here and speak 1 minute on your own about the human resource development of India. Anyone. I call? Shall I call?
Here we go. Girls.
30 seconds. Not only summarizing, you can add your own points. All of you should come up with your own ideas for your country.
You said about patriotism. So you mentioned about the patriotism. For me, patriotism is like not taking the ideas of the freedom fighters. And now when we focus, we should not only focus on the development of us. When we focusing on the development of the country with the patriotism towards the nation, automatically we will be developed at that same time. So we should see through the development of others, so that when we help others grow, then we also develop with them. And human resource development is very important, and most of the points are mentioned by him, and everyone should follow it and apply it in your daily life so that it can be useful. Thank you.
One more. Okay, I would like to wind up with my speech. I thank BK sir, YRS ma'am, Media Club and the management as well as the school for giving me this opportunity, especially you people who are sitting for more than 1 hour and listening to me. So anyone wants to speak? No, right? Not to speak. Okay. I would like to end the speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Shashank. So now I would like to tell the duration of two speakers. Like both the speakers are on average spoke for 23 plus minutes. It's not something like normal student can do this. Let us acknowledge that 23 plus minutes. Thank you so much. Now I will give you a feedback form where all of your feedback really matters to us. So volunteers will actually come to you and give you a feedback. Please have pen, write the feedback, give it back to us. And one more second, like before we go to that feedback proceedings, I'd like to ask the opinion from Joshi sir, who was actually present here for the entire session. And at the same time, voice. Yeah. If you don't maintain the silence, like flow will actually increase the timings. Simple as that.
Very good evening. Actually, I never thought that more than 20 minutes children on a given topic, in such a fluent manner, they will present through the PPTs and through the examples. Give a huge round of applause for Then, we press the button for the inauguration. The variety of the activities which is going to take place across the academic and through the idea club. I hope that when you go out of these 4 months, you will really realize what we did it. And this is the one which gives the life for you people. Many times that has been used mental health and the mind. There is a saying, parachute also doesn't work when it doesn't open. Mind, if it doesn't open, it doesn't work. You need to keep it open. And if you want to be a good speaker, you know in average India and even the Chinese, in India only 10% people will speak English. Percentage is only 10%. And in China it was 7%, now it become 9 to 9.5%. And the communication, that's why if you want to keep now, unless many I have seen here, today they have given the food for a thought for all the people. How many have taken it seriously, I don't have an idea. If you think really, each one child, our wish is through this idea club is to come and speak more than 20 minutes by standing here on the given topics. And give the food for thought for each and every child. Once it will go out, so just when it should be expressive. Chinese 30 years before for your kind of information, not much they have mingled with the people. Now within the 30 years of a period last time, it was booming on the world map. So they understood that is an expressive way way of taking others to convince what we are. We have a certain talent. That's why I told yesterday I was giving one simple example. What skills and capacities you are having it, you don't know. When situation circumstances come, really you will be knowing. For example, if you have a capacity of running a liter run 10 kilometers per hour, behind if any dog is chasing to you, he will double your capacity. Where that capacity we haven't taken it from outside, already it was there inside. As the same thing Vivekananda also tells the manifestations. Already the capacity will be there, but utilize it and hope this. Today's inauguration and today's presentation, the thought which they have given to you, let it continue. For the next coming, it will be more fruitful. Okay. Thank you very much.
Now there will be feedbacks from given. Now you can take one since the time is up, and you can start walking towards your bus because man is about to leave.